34 million. Not I mean $34 million in my bank account. I mean 34 million people are in poverty in 2019 alone. And that's approximately 4.2 million fewer people than in 2018. In 2019, the poverty rate was 10.5%, which was the lowest it has ever been initially since 1959 when it was first published. To me, that's crazy that in this current day, there are that many people in poverty. That's why I'm going to be going over the main reasons as to why I think that we should have a $15 minimum wage and $7.25 isn't cutting it anymore in the world we live in, because we have so many things to pay for, like the taxes, bills, kids, your house, like mortgage, everything always adds up. And especially with the amount that people work, I feel that they deserve a little bit more than what they get now. Even if it never hits 15, there definitely needs to be an increase fast, because there are way too many people in poverty and there are way too many people that are of like poor, or they're not really scraping by much. One article I read was actually called "Why $15 Minimum Wage Isn't the Best Way to Help Poor Workers." And in this article, it pretty much states that most minimum wage workers are ages 16 to 24, or second earners in families where a spouse has a higher wage job. And to me, I found this interesting because even when I was reading other articles, like compared to this, kids at the age of 18 are a big portion of the percentage of people who don't really make the most amount of money. And at this day and age, I feel that everyone needs to have the same amount of income in a way, not necessarily like comparing like just a teenager who works at a random store to like an adult who works as like a doctor or something. That's not what I mean. I feel like everyone should be getting a good amount where they know they can support their family and be able to pay things off, because yet again, the taxes in this state are crazy, and to live here alone is nuts. And I was reading an article based on what would happen or what could happen if this changed, and one of the things said that if this was actually like taken place, we could have a $15 minimum wage by 2025. To me, that sounds a lot more logical than what we have now. And it also stated that the number of people in poverty would be reduced by 0.9 million. And to me, that's also great compared to what we have now. It's a start, and a lot of people would be able to get up on their feet and actually start a life, or even just be able to do something with their life, compared to now if they're homeless or they don't have much, they would be able to finally get a head start. And it also said that employment would be reduced by 1.4 million, or 0.9%, yet again would be amazing, because I feel everyone should be able to get a chance to make money, have a job, start a family, do anything with their life pretty much. No one should just have to just live on the street their whole life. I don't think that's exactly how this world should be. I feel like everyone should get a fighting chance at something. And it's reading one article, the in and outs of the minimum wage, and one person stated that the reason a modest increase in minimum wage wouldn't drastically affect employees is because of the industry. And I found this pretty interesting, because in a way, I guess it could be true depending where you work. Maybe some businesses feel that you make enough, and if they don't want to give you more, I guess you can either deal with that or quit. So I guess in a way, that could kind of make sense, but I feel that it should all be the same. And I don't think that it should just be because of like the industry. I feel that you should all get the same amount depending where you work. And I feel like a lot of this would really help people get back on their feet, and it would really change the world as a whole, because yet again, the poverty rates are at like an all-time high. And to me, that's crazy, especially nowadays with the amount of like things that you could do like with your life and the amount of jobs like that are out there. I don't think that it should be I don't think that it's right for all these people to be living in poverty right now. And I also think that the percentage is way too high, being that even if you like go for unemployment or all this stuff, it's not doing enough for people to be able to live a happy and healthy life. A lot of people are just barely making ends meet, and it has to come to an end soon before it's too late and the poverty rates are too high to even attempt to fix. So that's why I think that there needs to be a drastic change quickly, given everything that I stated and given everything that I read, based on how high the rates are and how it's not just helping poor people get up on their feet out of nowhere, because these people need to be working for years and years for all of this money to add up and then be able to live their life and pay off all their debt or anything that hasn't been paid off yet. So that's why I feel that this topic to me was very important, and I feel I really educated myself a lot during this, because it really taught me how important the value of a dollar is based on like what I read and everything. So in this essay, pretty much I just went over the poverty rates and how low they are, and then I went over why I feel a $15 minimum wage would be very, very helpful in this world. And then I also just went over what would happen to the whole entire state if it went up, and how the poverty numbers would decrease, because they really need to start decreasing, because there are way too many people in poverty right now, and it needs to change quickly. So that's pretty much it. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed.